Welcome to TRADEREP. This is Shorthammer. It is the 3rd of October, 2019, and we are looking at Amazon. Now, this is our 5-minute chart. And if you watched our last video, what we were discussing was that we were watching these lines here. And these are lines that I just drew because I thought they were important based on price reversals over the last few days. These are temporary lines that just popped in here really quickly. Very different than when we have our SD lines. Like this 1756 is a semi-permanent SD line, supply demand line that we're watching for Amazon to get over at some point, this 1756 area. Above this, a little bit more bullish. Below, a little bit more bearish. So what we were watching for today was how did we open? And this yellow dash line is the main intraday pivot. The way that we opened was we overnight or pre-market, we sold off or pulled, I'll say pulled back a little bit. Then we had a spike right into this 1735 area. And whenever you're trading something that doesn't move one way or the other overnight, you definitely want to keep an eye on the previous day's close line. So we back tested that. And then when we opened up, we were struggling around this 1722.21, which was one of the levels that we thought was potentially important. We were unable to get over that, and we just sold. We dropped down, and I want to zoom in on this so we could really see. And we fell down, and we went through the 1709, which was the previous low or swing low of the week, and we hit the 1705s, and we bounced a little bit. And we kind of channeled. Now, these green lines are marking a small channel that we were stuck in for, let's see, from 10:45 a.m. almost up until the close, where we were just going kind of sideways. And at the bottom, you can get long, and we get back to the top, you can get short. And so we're just waiting to see, can we get out of this channel, whether to the upside or to the downside for continuation. And we really couldn't. We tried right into the close to get out of here, but we were pulled right back into the channel. What we want to watch for tomorrow is can we break above this main intraday pivot, this yellow dash line? Can we get over the 715s? And what do we do? Do we touch the 1722.21 area? And if we do, can we break, or do we fail? So we'll be watching Amazon. It's interesting. We do have more economic data coming out this week that will affect the movement of the market. Amazon right now has no news of its own that would cause it to either rip or to sell off. So it's just basically following the overall market sentiment. What we want to keep in mind is that at the end of this month, I believe it's like October 24th or 25th, near the end of this month, Amazon has earnings. And we're at a point where quite a few people that purchase Amazon will consider this a value area, but we can still go a little bit lower. So we want to see. What to me was interesting was that even though the market kept dipping, Amazon kind of didn't really make new lows, and it kind of bounced along here. While if you look at the SPY, I'm trying to remember, I believe the SPY kept going down a few more ticks. So what I'll watch for today is, do we see a spike, and do we get through the 1722 area? And we have to see where we are at the open. Are we above the 200 SMA on the 5-minute? And based on that, I will keep an eye and say, hey, do I want to fade Amazon? If Amazon runs up and I take a short position up in the 1722s or 1728s and any of these 1720s, if I fade Amazon because it looks weak, I'm going to look to exit around the 1714, the top of this channel area, or at least scale some out to see if there will be a continuation back into the channel or below the channel, because these will be points of contention, I believe, for buyers and sellers. If we go to the downside, the 1690s are definitely in play, and we may even go lower than that. So just keeping an eye on Amazon. If we run up, we definitely want to get over the 1735.64 area. Above this 1722.21 area would be good, but we definitely want to watch what happens if we do go on a nice run on Amazon today. What happens around the 1735 area? But that's my plan for Amazon tomorrow. Wait for the open. I want to see what the trend of the market is, what the sentiment is, and what the trend of Amazon is, and that's the direction in which I would wish to trade. Just following whatever the market sentiment of the day is, and the trend is definitely your friend. So that's what I'll be looking for on Amazon tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit more range intraday than what we saw today. But usually, when Amazon has one of these days, the next day there'll be a little bit of expansion one way or the other.